Well, it's about noon here, Wednesday, October 16th, 2024. Today is cold. It's about 65, 68 degrees, somewhere around there. It didn't get down to 40 last night, but it did get down to the 50s, low 50s. And everybody in Texas is complaining about how cold it is right now, or at least East Texas. We dropped off my daughter at the airport. She's flying into Salt Lake City to go to the MTC, the missionary training center up there in Provo, Utah, right next to BYU. And I think she's going to spend a month, maybe 2 months up there learning Spanish. And then she'll start her missionary work in Provo, Utah, and that area. And I think she's going to be a great missionary. But yeah, we're at the airport. Everybody's complaining about how cold it is. So this is kind of the first little cold blast from the North Pole. Winter here, the way it works is we get some nice moderate weather, and occasionally we'll get some wind from the north, which right now the wind is blowing south from the north, and that wind is cold, and sometimes it can be very much below freezing and bring with it, as it hits the warm Gulf air, some precipitation, even snow. Typically in the summertime it causes a summer storm, but we didn't have too many of those this summer. Anyway, I moved the cows, gave them 2 sections. It looks like they did a good number on this first section. I didn't take a video of this, so don't expect to find one, but I set up a new row last night. Kind of as a farewell party. We did a bonfire, so I rushed out here about 6, set up a new wire, moved the cows to a new section, moved the water, moved the minerals, restocked the minerals, so they have minerals now. Their manure should be softer or firmer. Depends. It looks like it's bulking up, so it looks like there's some good patties out here. There's some really good patties. That's a nice juicy one there. But it looks like I might be breaking out the protein sooner rather than later. I can do protein buckets. They typically put molasses and some things in there to make it more palatable for the cows. I don't like protein buckets because they weigh like 300 pounds, 500 pounds, depending on the size you get. And they're a pain in the neck to move with the cattle. The other thing I can do is I can get a cottonseed meal. And I was going to use Martindale feed meal here in Sulphur Springs for the source for that, but they shut down. They closed that branch, and I'd have to go to Mount Vernon or to Commerce to get it. Probably should call ahead and make sure they have it. But I really enjoyed, they had a cottonseed meal mix that I think was good. It had really good effects for the cows. They ate it. They seemed to enjoy it, right? So that's probably what I'll do, is just use my feeding troughs and put in their cottonseed meal with the salt and the other minerals. Yeah, I'm not seeing too many problems with the manure. It is a little bit stiff. It's peaking up a little bit tall, but some of it's really good. Like, that's good manure there. A little bit taller than I'd like, but it's good. But some of it's piling up pretty high, which is a sign of not enough protein. And when their protein content goes down, they don't put gains on anymore. They're actually starving. They need protein, and they need the carbs that they get from the cellulose, which, if we ate the grass is a lot of cellulose. Our stomachs can't do anything with the cellulose. It just gives us the runs. But when cows eat it, they have the 4 stomachs, I believe. 3 or 4. I think it's 4. And they have bacteria inside of those stomachs that will digest the cellulose and turn it back into the glucose and sucrose and stuff like that, I believe. And so they actually can eat the cellulose. They regurgitate and they chew it. It's called chewing the cud. And that helps to break up the cellulose, get some more of the juices inside of the fibers so that the bacteria can do its work. And then when it comes out of the rear end, It's basically paper, like a, what is that? The pulp, paper pulp, you know, with some other things mixed in. And the bacteria continue to break it down, which feeds the soil. I am not actually that pleased here. They did not touch this stuff at all. They took a couple nibbles of the old Bermuda grass and then moved on. I might slow them down a bit so they revisit that. But I do want to bring the sheep down here too, so we'll see what the sheep and the cows do together. Anyway, that's what I got for you guys today. Have a great day. Take care and bye-bye.